Technology has advanced general aviation airplanes in so many ways, from new materials for the airframe to state-of-the-art avionics to new safety features. So at just about any airport across the country, you're going to be able to find a modern trainer. And whether it's from a legacy giant like Cessna or Piper, who have modernized the flight decks of their tried and true trainers, to new designs that have come out since the year 2000. So we're going to take a look at 5 aircraft that have been designed and produced since the year 2000.
AOPA keeps flying safe, accessible, and fun by protecting your freedom to fly. We are the most trusted one-stop resource for all things related to general aviation. Become an AOPA pilot today.
The first up are 2 new entrants in the light sport aircraft market. Now, what the light sport aircraft have in common are there are 2 seats limited to 120 knots calibrated airspeed, but they get super efficient fuel burns. The first one up is the Vans RV-12. Vans Aircraft has been producing experimental aircraft for more than 4 decades, and they're known for well-designed aircraft that have exceptional handling characteristics. So Vans first flew the RV-12 in 2006, and it entered the light sport aircraft market in 2009 as a trainer. The RV-12 is an all-metal aircraft with a bubble canopy, and it's powered by a 100 horsepower Rotax 912IS sport engine, and it gets about 4 gallons an hour. The aircraft can feature the Garmin G3X Touch or Dynon Skyview HDX glass panel. The RV-12IS trainer can be used for primary training, so that's your sport, recreational, or private pilot certificates, but it can also be used for instrument training, and it can be equipped with Garmin's GTN 650 IFR Navigator. Now, with a primary flight display, multifunction display, and a 2-axis autopilot integrated with a navigation system, the RV-12 can also be a technically advanced aircraft, and that allows you to use it for your commercial pilot training. It has durable landing gear and brakes, so it's perfect for all those landings that students make. Now, even though it's small, it can comfortably fit up to someone who's 6 feet 4 inches tall. According to Vans Aircraft, more than 600 RV-12s are being flown worldwide. AOPA actually has 2 RV-12s in its training fleet at its headquarters in Frederick, Maryland. The next light sport aircraft is the Remos G3 or GX. So Remos is a German manufacturer, and it launched its light sport aircraft in 2006. Common model today is the GX series, and it features a 100 horsepower Rotax 912IS sport engine, Dynon Skyview avionics with options for the GPS like the Garmin GTN 750, the Aero 660, or the Aero 795. Now, the carbon fiber high-wing airplane has docile handling characteristics, and it cruises about 100 knots. Remos boasts that its GXIS is actually 4 inches wider than a Cessna 172, so that gives a little extra comfort. The company also claims that it's suitable for every kind of training. Now, the Remos GX comes standard with a ballistic parachute recovery system, and you can also easily remove the doors for fun flights in warmer temperatures. Now, Remos says that it has aircraft flying with over 4,000 hours and 20,000 takeoffs and landings at its flight schools around the world, so it claims it's really a durable aircraft. AOPA gave away a Remos GX as its sweepstakes aircraft in 2010. Now, in the piston single category, that is the Cirrus SR-22. So Cirrus Aircraft started producing its SR series aircraft in the mid-1990s with the SR-20 and earned its type certificate for the SR-22 in 2000. Now, the SR-22 has been the best-selling general aviation airplane for just over 2 decades. It features a 310 horsepower Continental IO 550N engine and has a max cruise speed of 183 knots true airspeed. It burned 18.4 gallons per hour during an AOPA flight at 8,000 feet and 75% power. Now, the aircraft is equipped with a Cirrus Perspective Plus Garmin avionics glass cockpit, and Cirrus is keenly focused on safety, so every aircraft has a Cirrus airframe parachute system and multiple system redundancies. It also features NASA-developed wing technology to minimize the potential for entering a spin after an inadvertent stall. It's a great traveling machine, and the safety features like the airframe parachute appeal to students who had otherwise not thought about learning to fly. The SR-22 or SR-22T are perfect for advanced training, and they can also be stepping stones up to the Cirrus Vision jet. AOPA actually gave away an SR-22 as its 2009 sweepstakes airplane. And finally, a look at two twins dedicated to multi-engine training. First up is the Diamond DA-42. Diamond Aircraft builds the carbon fiber DA-42 twin in Austria. The twin entered the US market in 2005, and the current model features two Austro-engine AE300 turbocharged engines that produce 168 horsepower each. The engines run on Jet A. Now, the airplane burns just 10.4 gallons of fuel at 60% power, and it has an absolute ceiling of 17,500 feet MSL and a max cruise speed of 190 knots true airspeed at 16,000 feet. Now, Diamond says the Austro engine is safe and reliable with more than 2.5 million flight hours from more than 2,300 engines. It features the Garmin G1000 NXI avionics suite, and one of the most impressive features on the twin is the electronic control of its engines. It makes engine start, management, and shutdown easy. It's more like starting your car than starting a legacy twin. Now, the aircraft will also climb on one engine, and this is, really key for twin engine operations. So it will climb to about 12,000 feet when it's fully loaded under standard conditions. And if the aircraft has a light load, its single engine climb has been certified to 18,000 feet. And finally, the Techum P2006T. So this next twin hails from Italy. Aircraft manufacturer Tecnam built the twin to be light and minimalist and planned for it to fit the multi-trainer market. It entered the US market in 2010. It's powered by two 100 horsepower Rotax 912 S3 engines, and it features Garmin G1000 avionics. When AOPA flew the P2006T at a 75% power setting of 25 inches of manifold pressure, the twin produced a cruise speed of 142 knots true airspeed. Now, Tecnam says that at maximum continuous power, the P2006T burns 5 gallons per side. At 75% power, consumption drops to 4 gallons per engine. So that's an awesome fuel burn rate for a twin. The engines can burn automotive fuel or 100 low lead. Well, from these newer entrants in the different segments of the flight training market to legacy aircraft that have been modernized with new avionics and safety features, you're likely to find a fun, modern trainer at an airport near you. Now, get a full list of the aircraft that have been designed and built since 2000 that you can train in. That's going to be in an upcoming article in Flight Training Magazine. That's one of the magazines that AOPA produces. Just look for the feature Y2K aircraft. And hey, if you have any experience flying any of these trainers, let us know what you think in the description below.